there guys, welcome to the channel Talking with Jay Spring. I'm your host Jay, giving you a video on the channel today. Hello there guys and welcome to the journey to X-Men Dark Phoenix. We could be reviewing all the movies from the beginning up until the end and ranking them from the worst to the best on this YouTube series and YouTube channel. So subscribe, hit the bell, you don't want to miss a thing when it comes to this YouTube series. And for other people who don't really like X-Men stuff, don't worry, there's still going to be other YouTube stuff when it comes to reactions, reviews and ranking videos. There's lots of stuff I've got planned for you guys as well, so stay tuned for that. And guys, if you simply enjoy the content, smash that thumbs up, lets me know you enjoy my content, and comment your thoughts and ratings on each video down below. Let's get into a friendly discussion down there. So we're starting off with the first X-Men, guys. I'll try and get some good lighting on the DVD for you. I actually watched this today. I'm going to give you my fresh thoughts off of it and my rating, the good and bad points and everything in between. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get straight into this review. X-Men. This was directed by Bryan Singer, the man himself. This is a fantasy sci-fi movie around 1 hour and 45 minutes long. This was released on 14th of July 2000. In a world where mutants exist and are discriminated, two groups form to clash. The Brotherhood and the X-Men. The fight of villains versus heroes. Let's get straight into the good points. Now, the good points about this movie opens up a whole new universe when it comes to Marvel with some great bunch of characters from the comics which we all read and know and love. X-Men was so iconic and such a big franchise, and they decided to put all their eggs into one basket and decided to just go with it and try their best to make something happen, and in this movie they did. This movie opened up everybody's eyes and made them feel like, actually, this could work. Superhero movies aren't all that bad. Yes, you had your Batman and Robin, your Fantastic Fours and stuff like that, which didn't do as good as they should have. But X-Men was something different. It was something unique, something fresh, which made people feel that something was going to actually happen and it was going to be good. The storyline in this movie makes for something special. It's such a basic story, really. It's the good coming together to fight the bad guys, the evil side, and save the world from that as well. And it's just something really cool with some really good subplot points. Director Bryan Singer deserves a lot of credit when it comes to this. His directing in this movie was so good. It was so captivating and enjoyable at the same time. Yes, this movie has the top action and comic book scenes which are memorable, so enjoyable, so badass. Especially when it comes to the finale. This movie feels amazing because we know what's at stake and it makes the action more fun and enjoyable. This movie brings through so many tones and emotions, it's unbelievable. It makes it so more enjoyable, whether it's the darkness of the story or the comedy, especially when it comes to Logan and Scott with their banter. The character bonds and confrontations in this were very well used and correctly done, in my opinion. I really enjoyed them. Whether it's the relationship between Scott and Logan fighting over Jean Grey and having their sort of banter, or whether it's Rogue and Logan actually really coming together like father and daughter, really bringing that emotion through. There's some really cool character builds and everything in between. The relationship between Rogue and Logan was probably my most favourite part about this movie. This movie has some great characters portrayed by great actors. The cast is really the main reason this movie even worked. Whether it's Hugh Jackman playing as Logan and Wolverine, who is a superb pick and probably right now the best actor casted as a superhero. He's definitely up there with the best. You could either pick him, you could pick Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, you could pick so many good ones, and Hugh Jackman is definitely up there. He really brings that character through in this movie. This movie, without Wolverine, just wouldn't succeed. He really brings his character to life and lives and breathes it, especially when we go through the franchise. He really knows how to portray something special. Also, we have Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, someone who really brings this experience onto the screen, just like his fellow actor in Ian McKellen as Magneto. These two have a special relationship as Professor X and Magneto. I think really portrayed well. Without the story and them two with their experience on the screen, this movie wouldn't be captivating. This movie wouldn't be like jaw-dropping. This movie wouldn't be as good as it was, really. I wanted to list two honourable mentions for this movie as well in my good points. You have Anne Paquin, I think it's pronounced, as Rogue. I really enjoyed Rogue as a character. I think they really portrayed her well in this. From beginning to end, there's a lot of plot points that happen with Rogue, and they were superbly done. As well as Rebecca Romijn as Mystique. I really enjoy Mystique, and I really enjoyed this version of Mystique as we go through. I prefer the woman who plays this Mystique. This is the real Mystique, a badass Mystique character who can change into anybody and be on that bad guy's side. I really enjoyed her performance. Let's get into the bad points. Now, there's only a few bad points with this movie I'm going to list. Now, the first part is really a nitpicky thing obviously the CGI. Now, it wasn't perfectly done because this is back in 2000s, obviously, and the development of CGI is definitely improved. But watching it now, I had to pick at it because it is an issue watching it back now. And the last bad point for me is the main bad point of why it knocks this movie down so much, and it's because some of the X-Men in this movie is called Xmen. Now, what is it about? X-Men. Pretty much. And some of the X-Men in this movie really get shoved to the side in this movie. Yes, they have their iconic moments in the movie, but apart from that, really, there's not really much. Now, obviously, the main people in this is Storm. She might as well have been an extra in this movie. Yes, she had a badass scene when she comes through the elevator and destroys Toad completely. Really enjoyable, but really, is she really in the movie enough to even be cast as one of the X-Men? That's just my opinion, as well as Jean and Cyclops. They were in it, but really were they? So guys, it's rating time. Let's have a look at what the critics had to rate this movie. We have Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 81%, IMDb giving it a 7.4 out of 10, and Metacritic giving it a 64. My rating for this movie is a 7 out of 10. That makes this movie a good
That's pretty
movie.
good.
Now guys, this movie is a good movie. I definitely watch this one more than some of the others in the franchise. I think that this is the movie that set up a great franchise of comic book characters which we love. And I think they've done a great job to start that and introduce that. And I think a lot of people are invested in the X-Men because of these early movies. And I think this one especially is one of the best ones. So guys, a 7 out of 10 for X-Men 1 from me. Let me know your ratings and opinions down below in that comment section, please. And if you enjoyed this video, simply smash the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for much more. You ain't going to want to miss the content we've got coming up on the channel. There's a bunch of other stuff as well as Tuesday's upload for X-Men 2. I'm going to be reviewing that on the channel, so stay tuned for that, guys. And basically, hopefully you enjoy this journey all the way through and follow it and support the channel as much as you can. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'll see you next time on Talking with Jay Springett.